going on to the grand final, losing out to Sydney United on in 2024. Again, will crown premiers of NPL 1. And going on to the grand final, narrowly losing out to Marconi. In 2025, last year, we made the grand final again of NPL 1, narrowly losing out to Cumbria. So, ladies and gentlemen, please keep your eye on the field. We welcome our legends. Firstly, we'd like to introduce Pele Apolesky. Big round of applause for Pele. Secondly, we'd like to introduce Nick Wojcicki. Steve Bojanowski. Dominic Buda. Please, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Adrian Karolewski. Alex Konovich. George Lagadakis. And his brother, Costa Lagadakis. Marino Musumeci. Spase Nadovsky. Richard Flesher. Sash Kirovsky. Milan Kotchevsky. Hetse Zayakovsky. Danny Wilson. Robert Todorovsky. Steve Minovsky. Anthony Perry. Sash Riberevsky. Mother Yoshevsky. At latecomer we have here Paddy Savor. And another one, Kurze Pumbevsky. And also Steve Zorich. Steve Zorich, our club technical director. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for our Rockdale Ilinden legends who have represented the club over many, many years and produced many wonderful results. So as we wait for the entrance of our two teams today, our round 16 NPL match between Rockdale Ilinden and Western United. In for Rockdale today, in goals, number 1 will be Lee Wright Kay, number 2, Hunter Elliott, number 3, Lachlan Griffiths, number 4, Rio Kunamoto, number 5, Giorgio Carranza, number 6, Isaac Danzo, number 7, Ollie Wigan, number 9, Moody Kujar, number 10, Brendan Salakia, number 11, Lockie Constable, number 22, Harry McCarthy, substitute for Rockdale, 41, Hudson Liddell, number 8, Jerry United, 15, Stephen Simonov, 16, Michael Buskett, 17, Mo Adam, 19, Lee Johnson, and 24, Enzo Caladote.
It's a good afternoon from the Ilinden Sports Centre, where we complete round 16 with Rockdale hosting the Western Sydney Wanderers. It's an important day for Rockdale. The club has invited along some of its past players, so the men taking the field will be looking to honour the old boys with a strong performance. Those old boys are those in the middle. We'll get to a number of their names and what they've done with Rockdale through the game. But again, important, Rockdale get a result today in front of the men that have paved the future. The referees leading the teams out. Head referee today, Mushtaba Ibrahimi. His assistants, Amir Hossein Hosnani. And the fourth official is Oliver Udovicic. The other assistant referee is Patrick Pike. We have just passed the halfway point of a competition, and both these teams have put themselves in a good position to contend for finals football. I'm Tony Solano. It's great to have your company live on NPL New South Wales YouTube channel. Fifth place Rockdale return home, looking to bounce back from a 2-0 loss at the hands of UNSW last week, while the 8th place Wanderers come to town with confidence, unbeaten in their last 3 games. Of course, there's been a change in the dugout for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Pani Nikas this week announced he was heading to Bankstown City to try and get them promoted from League One, where they're in 3rd position, to first grade. So stepping into the chair today is the under-20s coach, Luca Andreaccio. He is the coach for today, and the club is looking for a long-term replacement. We'll get to the team straight after kickoff, but there's captain Brendan Chalakian starting today ahead of Jerry Skotaris. So I hope you're looking to have a big game today. These teams played each other in round 1. It was Rockdale, 2-0 victory over the Western Sydney Wanderers at Blacktown Football Park. Rockdale will be looking to see if they can emulate that again today. Lovely scenes. First grade picture, and it looks like the past players who have attended today in their great Rockdale scarves will get into the photo as well. Love seeing when present mixes with past and potentially, who knows, players in the future. Great photo, great initiative from the club. Of course, plenty of clubs have their old boys days. Today it is for Rockdale. The Western Sydney Wanderers in their away kit. In the whites, it'll be Rockdale in the traditional black and red. Rockdale coming into the game in 5th position. Going down last week to UNSW, which we thought was an upset, but UNSW yesterday, a big 2-0 win over Sydney United 58. Got a big day of NPL New South Wales men's. 4 games, all starting at 3 p.m. Of course, this one here, Rockdale and the Western Sydney Wanderers. But also match of the round, Apia and Marconi, to determine who takes top spot at the end of the round. Wollongong and St George FC, as well as Blacktown City and Sydney Olympic. That's on the menu today. But we've got for you just about to start. Rockdale taking on the Western Sydney Wanderers. It's been wet all week in Sydney. Hopefully the weather gods are kind for these next couple of hours so we can get some dry, open football. Just clearing those legends from the ground. We're just about away here in Sydney South. We complete round 16 of NPL New South Wales men's. Brendan Chalakian launched that one from the centre circle. Went straight out of play. Very important who wins the ball in midfield here. Both teams very good in attack. Defence also quite strong. It's going to be who owns that midfield. Rockdale already in. Najar cutting it back across goal. Jesse Cameron has to put a boot to it and out of play. So Rockdale starting fast. Their side today, Levi Kay in goals. Hunter Elliott and Lachlan Griffiths. Rio Kunamoto in jersey 4. He's been good this season. Blocked. Here comes Elliott. Plays it across goal. Trying to get an opportunity to Rockdale. Chalakian thought about shooting with the left. Dispossessed, but only momentarily. Griffiths. Ollie Wigan. And now Rockdale being pushed back. Isaac Dunzo wins the ball, but it's over the head of Giorgio Speranza. Giorgio Speranza in jersey 5. Isaac Dunzo, Ollie Wigan as well starting. As are Brendan Chalakian, the captain, and Lachlan Constable, the former Wanderer. The Wanderers head forward, hooking the ball back towards the 18-yard box. End-to-end action so far, both teams all-out attack. Cameron winning the ball, playing Abdul Rahman. Sitinic squares it up. Marzal finds a danger man. Awan Lual. There is a free kick going the way of the Wanderers. So they'll get the first free kick of the day. Of course, Harry McCarthy also starting for Rockdale for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Vidakovic in goals. Frunson, Cameron, and Oscar Morrison as well, the captain. Abdul Rahman, Cook, Lual, Arate, Sitinic, Marzal and Tatout. Their starting 11. Opportunity for the Wanderers. Bent in nicely. Free header! And first goal! What a strike from Morrison off the head of the captain. And the home side is stunned. Their first opportunity. Oscar Morrison got up nice and high, unmarked, and put it away. Opening minutes here at the Ilinden. That didn't go to script. The Wanderers with a pep in their step. The home side's thoughts were still with the Legends. They've got to switch on. They've got to get back into it. They'll have the chance to go again. The benches for both sides today. Jeris Kotaris, Hudson Badow is the backup goalkeeper for Rockdale as they venture forward again. Stefan Simonovsky. And a free kick going the way of Rockdale. Michael Marsevsky, Noaden and Dean Georgievsky. Evangelos Kalamvokis is the other bench player. Headed down by the Wanderers. Don't get rid of it convincingly. Coach for Rockdale is, of course, Paul D. For the Wanderers, their bench. Samuel Goldberg, the backup goalkeeper, one of the best names in the NPL. Johnny Pavlovich, Lachlan Henderson, Oscar Moore, Marko Radovancevic on the bench, as are Harper Riles and Thomas Gutuk. Dunzor plays a nice ball for McCarthy. Just beats the byline, knocks it into the goalkeeper, and it'll be a corner. End-to-end action to start. We love this on Sunday afternoon. Both teams chasing the game very early on. Coach, of course, today for the Wanderers, Luca Matriciacino. The under-20s coach. Coach for today, Moudi Najjar at the corner flag. Delivers towards the back post, curling around. Headed back towards the box. And here comes a counter-attack from the Wanderers. Abdul Rahman will lead it. Switching wide. A little bit too heavy. And that one goes begging. But early doors, both teams trying to catch their breath. A hot start from the Wanderers off their set piece. There was an area where they conceded last week. Rockdale at the hands of UNSW. That second goal to kill off the game. Around the ground, all 4 games have started. This game, the only one with a goal so far. Abdul Rahman. Flag stayed down. Gave Levi K enough time. Ball played forward from Najjar. Oscar Morrison. Back there, the goal scorer. Rockdale like to play nice and physical. They're looking to do so again. It just so has it 4 games today. Teams in action. First place Apia. Third place Marconi. Fourth place Wolves and fifth place Rockdale. So we've got the big guns playing this afternoon. A lot of movements. And the Wanderers win that second ball. Sitinic. Nice ball wide. Arate couldn't quite put it on the head of one of his players. So the Wanderers starting really nicely. Of course, change of coach during the week, so we weren't sure how that would impact the team. Looks like it's going okay right now. Wigan wins the ball, plays his captain, and now finds Constable. Moving the ball at pace, Giorgio Speranza. Brother Roberto going to Bankstown City in the off-season, so he'll be coached by Pani Nikas now. Constable, nice work from him. A number of these Rockdale players, previously part of the Wanderers Academy. Hunter Elliott, former Manly player. Nice interchange of passing. This looks promising for Rockdale, but a slip over. Also the conditions, of course, drying nicely with the synthetic turf, but still has been drizzling for much of this week. So you want to stay on your feet. Cause congestion down at the bottom of the top 6. Sydney FC didn't play yesterday. That game postponed, given Sydney FC were in the A-League Grand Final, unfortunately going down to Auckland FC from their perspective. 1-0 victory for Auckland, their first title in the A-League. Congratulations to them. Big night for former Sydney FC coach Steve Corica, getting one over his former club. Those are always a little more special. In the A-League Women's, a couple of weeks ago, Melbourne City, 3-1 victory over the Wellington Phoenix to claim the title. Again, Melbourne City, a real powerhouse in the A-League Women's. Dunzo finding Griffiths, and now Constable. Sitinic, done well in midfield so far. It's been really good. And a free kick going the way of the Wanderers. So the Wanderers not too far away from where the free kick was for their first goal. Let's see if they've learnt from the previous set piece. Oscar Morrison lurking from the back. He scored the first goal off a header. Still no man on Morrison. Let's see what run he makes. All right there. Delivers deep. Morrison comes again, but taken safely by Kay. Dunzo. One-touch football so far. Constable trying to play Wigan. Safety first. From Ricky Frunson. Centre back. Got to watch for high boots. Julian Kopp. Abdul Rahman. Chasing in the throw, Rockdale is game playing at a breakneck speed. Franzen. Kurimoto wins the header. Now it's the Wanderers' turn to attack. Satouts. His pass couldn't quite find Abdul Rahman. Wanderers playing a front two. Luau, who's got 8 goals this year, second in the Golden Boot race. Love to add to that tally today. Harper Riles, the next highest goal scorer, so a lot of the goals coming from Luau. Riles back on the bench today. See when if or when he gets injected later today. The Wanderers venture forward again. Cameron getting beyond Wigan. Jesse Cameron, it's a good delivery. Looping high, but taken safely by Kay. So the Wanderers, the youngsters showing no fear. They're happy to take it to Rockdale. It's Old Boys Day here at the Ilinden Sports Centre. Already saw some fan favourites in attendance. Steve Zoric, Paddy Savoy's here. Steve Minovsky, Costa Lagonakis, Brendan Chalakian. That first shot blocked by Franzen. He goes again. Still can't connect. Speranza couldn't control it. Danny Wilson, Adrian Karolevsky, Bele Apolowski. Here comes Chalakian. Nice turn. Beat away by Oscar Morrison, the lone goal scorer so far. Three minutes into the games. Levi Kay has come right out. Remember a couple of weeks ago, Oscar Morrison scored a long-range effort from his side of halfway. So Levi Kay's got to watch that. Griffiths knocks it back to his centre-half partner in Kunimoto. Elliott wanted to play Wigan. The opportunity wasn't there. Great to see only Wigan back out there. Last year, he suffered a second ACL injury, but he's made a recovery, moving well. Former Northwest Sydney Spirit player. Found a home here at Rockdale. Munson plays Lual, who's dropped in. Juan Lual dispossessed by Chalakian. The captain trying to bite off a little bit more than he could chew. Now it's the Wanderers heading forward. Well played, Abdul Rahman. And the flag's up from the assistant referee. Otherwise, he was in on goal. They won't stop trying, the Wanderers. Lachlan Griffiths. The Wanderers coming forward, trying to turn over. Zor. Griffiths up the line. Hunter Elliott plays Wigan. Flag stayed down. Ollie Wigan. Beat Cameron. Wigan puts the ball into the middle. Headed away. Forced for Danzo! That could have been spectacular. But it's a great save from Vidakovic. That ball was moving from Isaac Dunzor. We're only about 15 minutes in, but that's already the save of the day. These young Wanderers. Long throw. Looking for a right there. Ball curling away from Kay. Getting very close to the edge of that box. Can see through the development. Lawal, Abdulrahman, and others. That sprinkle of A-League experience that they've got. Giving them the confidence. Playing against players much older than them. Last season, Rockdale finished the regular season in 4th position with 15 wins. They're currently in 5th, so in a similar position to what they were last year, able to get themselves into a grand final. Ultimately going down to Apia, a grand finalist last year. The Wanderers, for them, finished 2 points above relegation. So very different story this year. Their players are a year older and able to match some of the best teams in the league. Giorgio Speranza, Dunzor, playing Chalakian. Elliots finds Wigan wide. Ollie Wigan dispossessed by Jesse Cameron. And a free kick won by the Wanderers. Referee Brahimi was checking on Ollie Wigan. Just giving him a word of advice. Cameron wanted to play Lual. Kunimoto stayed down and the referee stopped play for a moment. The check on the Japanese defender. Asking for the physio. Rockdale arguing it was a free kick, but the referee saying he rode the challenge. Will give the teams a chance to take a breather. It's been a frantic opening 20 minutes. Real Kunimoto down on the ground. Rockdale's form line, a loss last week, but a win, draw and win. So good results throughout the month of May for the Wanderers, unbeaten in their last 3 games. Granted 2 draws the last couple of weeks. Crazy game against Blacktown City last weekend. The Wanderers led 2-0 and then found themselves chasing the game and getting an equaliser to make it 3-3. They're still trying to find consistency about their play, both these sides, as they jostle in the middle of the table. Kurimoto is shaking himself off. On the far touchline coming back on. That time will be added to injury time at the end of the first half. Sitouts didn't have anybody to play. Ball lands ahead of Wigan. Jesse Cameron's been very good so far. Left back, he's been in the academy for a while, Jesse Cameron. Frunson, New Zealand-born Ricky Frunson. Cameron plays up the line. Abdulrahman versus Griffiths. The defender does well enough. He was fouled in the process. But as these teams, both their philosophies, we play on quickly. Time is of the essence. Griffiths, not his best pass today. Luau, fouled by Dunzo. Very dangerous on one Luau. Captain Morrison. First goal of the game. Plays a long ball. Couldn't quite find his forward men. Giorgio Speranza readying himself for a long throw. Tried to find Chalakian on the touchline, but didn't go in at all. So we'll go again. Kunimoto played football all over Asia, in Cambodia, Singapore and Taiwan. Chalakian wanted to play Wigan, just didn't get the ball right off the ground. Chalakian. Kunimoto. Looks like he's moving okay now. McCarthy. Nice turn from the forward. Dispossessed by Luau. Just needs a little bit more support on Juan Luau. Being double teamed on a number of occasions so far from Rockdale. They know his attacking threats. Wigan, nice movements. Plays Dunzo. He flicks it further wide. Giorgio Speranza. The ball doesn't quite make his support. Luau, nice turn. Released as Abdulrahman. Heading on towards goal. The forward looking up, has a strike. Good save from Kay. And cleared away by Dunzo. It's another shot on target from the young Wanderers. Collision between Najar and also Sitinic. Moody Najar hasn't seen a lot of the ball so far. This game being played on the Wanderers' terms at the moment. Chalakian. Constable. McCarthy making himself an option. Decided to go to Chalakian instead. Nice move and a counter-attack again from the Wanderers. Here they come. Luau, all three ended up offside. Levi K. Referee trying to restore some order. Offside, the late call. Elliott. Chalakian, the Rockdale Player of the Year last year, Brendan Chalakian, 33 years young, former Manly United player. He was coached by Paul Dean when they were both at Manly. Here he is on the ball again. Nice movement from Rockdale. Constable's onside, chips it to the back post. Speranza arrives. Sits out, heads it away by the Wanderers. Constable dispossessed, and here go the Wanderers. Lual plays Arate. Cutting back inside, Arate finds Abdul Rahman. Dribbling across goal. Not quite, it's a corner. No, it isn't. The referee overrules and says goal kick. But these Wanderers, they're getting in behind rather easily, which has got to be concerning. Coach Paul D. Lethal on the counter so far. Giorgio Speranza around the ground. We've got goals. No score between Apia and Marconi, but the other games. Sydney Olympic up 1-0 against Blacktown City. Both those teams at the foot of the table. Sydney Olympic need a win badly to avoid relegation. Blacktown City right down there too. Two of the powerhouse clubs in a dogfight at the moment. Hate to see either of those go down. Hunter Elliott keeps that ball in. Wollongong lead 1-0 over the St George Saints. Wollongong coming into this game in 4, 3 points ahead of Rockdale. There could be a 6-point swing if Wollongong aren't to win and Rockdale aren't to be defeated, but it's still very early doors. McCarthy, those dancing feet from Harry McCarthy. Dunzo looking for the best option. It was right beside him. Wigan keeps the ball. Ollie Wigan being chased by Jesse Cameron, who floats out of the system for a moment. Dunzo again. Giorgio Speranza. Love knocking the ball around Rockdale. It's really nice to watch. Giorgio Speranza, can he keep it in? Not quite. Out of play, it'll be a throw. Recapping the results so far. Started the round at the Village Green. UNSW, big upset. 2-0 over Sydney United 58. They're adjusting to life in first grade. Are UNSW? They and the SD Raiders, who have had some good results in the last 6 weeks. Sutherland, a key victory over UNSW. I'm sure Coach David Perkovic, current Sharks coach and former Spirit coach, would have enjoyed that victory. Shalakian, McCarthy. What was the last touch off? The referee says last touch off the Wanderers, so it'll be a corner. Rockdale finally get their chance. And Manly, a 2-1 victory over St George City. Ball finds its way into the box. Knocked down, Griffith strikes. Got off the mark. Goal kick. We've just hit the halfway mark here at the Ilinden Sports Centre. Western Sydney Wanderers lead 1-0. Goal in the 3rd minute off a header from Oscar Morrison. Both teams have had really good chances. Isaac Dunzo could have easily equalised on 20 minutes. Griffith gets in front and wins a header. Satouts sent on the chase, but the ball beats everybody over the touchline. Constable. Bullet too heavy for him, but Mooney Najjar cleans up. McCarthy. Speranza overlapping, drives one low. Najjar, his shot blocked. It'll be a goal kick. So now Rockdale starting to get in behind, create chances. A very entertaining game to complete round 16. Can you believe we're just over halfway? Both these teams quite well positioned. Rockdale in 5th. Admittedly could be higher. Trailing Wollongong by 3 points. Then the top 3 really asserting themselves. Apia, Marconi and Sydney United 58s. The top 3. Been pretty flawless this year. It'll be the surprise packet who comes from the next 3 of the finals positions. Wollongong, Rockdale there, and then it's really open for that 6th spot. Sydney FC have it at the moment. The Wanderers sniffing around, as are Northwest Sydney Spirit and Sutherland. Temporary jump in there with their win yesterday. Marzal leaves the ball away. Graduated from Boston Park High School. Bradley Marzal. Good nursery out in Western Sydney, not too far from Westfield Sports High School. Elliott plays back to Levi K. Former Manly United connection. Constable can't quite win the ball. Sitinic, advantage played. Finds Lawal. Nice term. Abdul Rahman will fire. Touch, and it'll be a corner. The Wanderers, it's a good philosophy. Shoot first, ask questions later. Don't try and be too cute and too pretty when you're in the position and you get a good look. Have a crack. That's how football should be played. Short corner. Morrison. He shoots. And just over the top from the captain. He's very dangerous in and around the 18-yard box. He's already got a goal. And he may not be done. Kunimoto under pressure. Griffiths. Wigan. Ollie Wigan looking up. Finding a nice ball for Chalakian. Rockdale starting to get in behind. Brendan Chalakian wins the free kick. Sitinic drops his head back, but it was a foul. And now in a really good position. Rockdale get a set piece of their own. Just outside the 18-yard box. You'd imagine this would be direct. Doing the best in the league at that. Moody Najjar with the left foot. Brendan Chalakian with the right. Which option will they take? A 3-man wall to contend with. Rockdale looking for an equaliser. It's Moody Najjar. who drills it just over the top. Vidakovic sent everybody along. Headed for a while. Header won by Griffiths. Franson and Cameron still lapsing concentration. So Rockdale will go to work again. Elliott runs himself into trouble. And a free kick from the Wanderers. Cameron. Sitinic with his back to goal. Long ball looking for Satouts. Can't quite keep it in. And they've played the free kick. So the body check. Not liked by referee Ibrahimi. Kunimoto. Speranza up the line. McCarthy. Those two working well together. Danzo finds his left wing back again. Nice ball in from Speranza. Arate. Hooks the ball looking for Luau. Trying to get in front of Griffiths. A one Luau. And it'll be a throw for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Rockdale were appearing for a handball. Jesse Cameron sending everybody deep into the box. The Wanderers looking to double their advantage. They lead by a goal. Been very good in the 18-yard box so far today. Trying to land it on the head of Luau. Shalakian's clearance, good enough. Morrison decides to go right back to Vidakovic. Levi K marshalling his troops. Referee again monitoring Kunimoto. Strong challenge on him. About 15 minutes ago. Not moving very well. Will Coach Paul D have to go to his substitutes in the first half maybe? See if he can run it out for the last 5 minutes before half time. Levi K taking the number one shirt from Harrison Devonish Mears, who was the number one for Rockdale last year, since moved to the A-League with Sydney FC. Grand finalists going down last night. Satouts, nice touch. Luau, his jersey was tugged as he was trying to make a run. Griffiths knew, and if he's not careful, he might be in the book. Giorgio Speranza also on the ground. As it starts to sprinkle here at the Ilinden Sports Centre. around the ground. Still nil all. Apia and Marconi. Sydney Olympic have the 1-goal lead over Blacktown City. And the Wollongong Wolves 1-0 leading the St George Saints. Here at the Ilinden Sports Centre, Western Sydney Wanderers 1-0. They lead Rockdale. Early goal from Oscar Morrison. Jalakian, neat pass looking for Najar. Franson negotiates that one well. Constable. Wigan cuts in. Elliott bends the ball towards Najar. Just over his head. Abdul Rahman. 3-on-2, Wanderers. Lual played in. A one, Lual goes down. And it is a free kick just outside the box. The crowd don't like it. And the colours red. Sent off for the challenge of Awan Lual, and now Levi K and Lual getting a little bit restless. Hunter Elliott is the man making his way from the ground. He's been sent off, so Rockdale a goal down and now a man down. While that's just his presence now. They've done a good job on him thus far. They know as soon as he gets in behind, they need to foul him. But on that occasion, Elliott just took it too far. In the final minutes of the first half, Lachlan Satouts standing over the ball. 5-man wall to contend with for Satouts. Drives it into the bodies of the wall. Header forward for Sitinic. McCarthy pushed right back to the corner. The Wanderers win the throw. Pushing everybody into the box. Corner for the Wanderers. Morrison sits out of this one. Well, there's still plenty of heavy artillery in the middle. Ball floated in, headed away by Griffiths. Marzal, long ball forward, looking for Franson. Headed down, the wall was approaching. Lual, not very good friends at the moment with Lachlan Griffiths, and that's sometimes what you learn at this level, the mind games, experience versus inexperience. 2 minutes of injury time as Rockdale head forward. Najar, Wigan, Constable, turning in circles. And that ball cut out. Unimoto. They're playing with 10 Rockdale. Hunter Elliott sent off moments ago. Levi K. Happy to lurk outside of his box. Franson. A feeble attempt to try and catch the goalkeeper out. Kunimoto Speranza. The Wanderers so good on the counter-attack. Abdulrahman wins a free kick. Cameron up the line. Arate puts the ball into the middle. And Levi K, never the professional, cleaning up the scraps. Wigan has to play a little deeper. It's a nice ball, but Harry McCarthy couldn't recover it. Lual, neat pass. Satout squares it up. Abdulrahman, that's 2 right on half-time. And the young Wanderers are flying here at the Ilinden. Plenty of joy when they head forward between the lines. They look very good. Rockdale not happy with the decision, but it will stand. 2-0. That offside trap not working the way Rockdale would like it. First game as coach for Luca Andriaccio. How good is coaching in first grade? If they keep this up, he could get a few more games. So for the Wanderers, if the result stays like this, they will finish the round in the top 6, but it's only half done. 45 minutes played. Half-time here at the Ilinden Sports Centre. At the break, Rockdale Ilinden 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 2. Plenty of work to do for the home side. An early goal for Oscar Morrison, and then a goal right at the end of the first half for Alat Abdulrahman. The Wanderers lead 2-0. A very good start. Join us back in about 10 minutes' time for all the second half action. Can the young Wanderers do the job, or can Rockdale fight back?
Test. Still got the buzz?
logistics for your freight forwarding needs, Milo Funding Mortgage Broking Services, NPL Customer and Compliance, Osmac Construction Group, Simcoe Taxation and Advisory Services, P&O Dolce Vita Fine Food, SCIS Property Group, Carabay Reinforcement Solutions, Project Cars, Macedonia Culture Welfare Association, our 2026 Apparel Partners tickets. Also want to thank our silver sponsors, Div Legal, Cityview Group, Consolidated Office Choice Cobra, Riverosky Cane Equipment Warehouse, Sydney Civil, Easy Sushi Bar Hurstville, Zappia Produce Group, Vicker Stacks Reesby, South Hurstville Pharmacy, Bella Transport, Langan Simmons St George, Joe's Poultry, Rosador Imports Cobra, B&B Bricklaying, Food Easy, Warder Australia, Bricks Group, Majestic Caravans, Direct Inject and EMC Civil, BKH Group, Burger Cranes, Smart Consulting, MRG Group, Statewide Insurance Solutions, Paris Prestige, Lafayette Providers, Cup Supplies, Nixon Big Transport, ABS Audio Visual, Disco Fine Food. I want to thank all of our sponsors for letting us support the club, as well as all our ground signage holders. Thank you for your continuous support. Make the way onto the field for the second half. I want to thank all of our juniors for their attendance today, including our PDP team and those participating in the halftime four-sided games. Just a reminder now to have all the kids off the field, please. All the kids off the field except for the ball boys. Thank you.
Both teams have made their way back onto the Ilinden Sports Centre. Players and officials getting back into position. A frantic first half. At the break, the Western Sydney Wanderers 2 lead Rockdale Ilinden FC 0. A red card late in the first half for the home side. Means they're down by 2 goals and down a man. Half-time substitution. Mohammed Adam coming on to the field.
Substitution for Rockdale half-time coming up with number 22, Harry McCarthy, replaced by number 17, Owen.
Harry McCarthy is the man who makes way for him. Mohammed Ahmed, very familiar to the Western Sydney Wanderers. Played in the academy, played a number of games for the Wanderers. Abdul Rahman gets us back underway in this second half. 2-0, the Wanderers with the advantage on the scoreboard and with key personnel. Heavy touch from Kay, needed to be good. Just it down, Tralakian. Luau, Morrison, Satout, slipping but eventually finding his footing into the path of Luau. Griffiths trying to own that defensive line. They've turned the ball over. Cobb. Rockdale appear to be sitting slightly deeper to support the one-man disadvantage. Early doors in this game. Rockdale came into the round in 5th. 25 points. Western Sydney Wanderers on 18. That gap could reduce. The result continues this way. Luau turning. Cameron arrived late, but Luau decided to pass anyway. Wigan got her right there on his tail. Referee just warning Ollie Wigan, not needing an extra contact. Justin Arate, selected for Timor-Leste, the AFC 2027 Asian Cup qualifiers tournament in Saudi Arabia. So congratulations to him. Obviously, he's worse for wear right now. We'll be looking forward to the tournament, I'm sure. A very talented player. It's Tristan. Constable. Speranza. Sits out. Cock. Wins a free kick. Franson. Oscar Morrison going to play out of the back. Snowball from the Wanderers. Not always the best approach. Ball intercepted by Dunzel. Kunimoto. Battling injury through the first half after a big knock around the half-hour mark. Adam. Could he be the player to get Rockdale back into this game? Around the grounds. Following half-time. No score between Apia and Marconi. Sydney Olympics still lead 1-0. It's a nice ball play. Marzal, first time cross. Lawal caught it on the volley, but couldn't bring it down. So looking as lethal as they did in the first half, the Wanderers. Wollongong lead 1-0 for the St George Saints, and here 2-0. The Wanderers lead Rockdale Ilinden. Goal early on to Oscar Morrison, just played back to his goalkeeper now. And a goal at the end of the first half to Alat Abdulrahman. Brunson sees space wide. That's where Morrison goes. Mazal lays up the line. Nice flick on from Abdulrahman. Sits out, measuring his pass. Does he have one? Lachlan sits out. Nice ball in. There was two Wanderers on the spot, but no one could put it away. Another missed opportunity. They know if they get three, that could be game, set, match already. Adam wins his challenge. 3 and 4 Wanderers came and wins a free kick. Kunimoto. Speranza. Wanted to go up the line. It's out. Knocked it out of play. Nice turn from Dunzel. Tried to play Chalakian. Just a little bit too heavy. Lawal trying to get beyond Griffiths. Now Dunzel comes back to help out. It's been a good battle. Lockie Griffiths been part of this defensive line for a number of years now for Rockdale. It's been one set. Oh, nutmeg. And Marzal from Georgia Speranza. So Rockdale, they don't mind the challenge at all. This next goal will be crucial. It has to be Rockdale's. Speranza, now Najar. Chalakian using neat footwork. Attempted a shot, but that was blocked. Cameron finds Lawal. Neat pass. And off they go. Arate. Off the body of Kunimoto. And that stunts the play. All out attack today. I love teams who play this style. But there are teams who sit right back, wait for their opportunity and strike. They can be very effective too. But a lot of the passes have purpose. Most of them are forward. That's the style both these teams play. Very easy on the eye. Constable gives away the free kick. He's double teamed by Kopp. And also Satouts. Andreaccio, the under-20s coach usually for Western Sydney Wanderers. He's got the keys to the first grade side today. Doing a great job. Very animated. But likes what he sees. Morrison. Mazal. Looking for runners. Very nice pass. Arate finds the wall. Plays a nice ball for Sitinic. But he couldn't get the shot away that he wanted. Nice interchange of passing. Kunimoto. Finds Najar. Vidakovic. Lual. Very helpful when he drops in. Danzo. Speranza. This is better from Rockdale, curling the ball into the box. Abdulrahman asking for a yellow card. The referee said not to that extent. Kopp. Young Wanderers showing their skills today in front of the Rockdale past players. Are a number here. Had them form a guard of honour at the start of the match. It's a good 10-15 here today to support the troops. Steve Zoric is here too. From the first grade coach and our technical director. Turnover. Lual looking up. Sizing it up. But can't hit the target for the Wanderers. No success in the second half, putting the ball in the back of the nets. Are things about to change? Scored their first goal off a set piece. Arate from the corner flag. Floats it deep. Constable couldn't quite get his head to it. Satouts. Kopp. Lual. Nice use of his body to turn. He's really grown of age on Lual. Growing into his body. Now played 12 A-League games. They're starting to get into some rhythm. Advantage played. Abdulrahman getting to the byline. Plays inside Lual. Good block from Giorgio Speranza. Needed to be made. Well, that would have been a third for the Wanderers. Western Sydney are playing with the extra man after Hunter Elliott was sent off in the 43rd minute. So a whole half, 2 goals down. Constable. Now Giorgio Speranza. Najar. The call is double. Try and double team him. Constable. To manage to keep the ball in. Najar. Cholakian. Mudi Najar again. Griffiths. It's been a while now, 15 games, and of course last season, Ale Kurushevsky deciding to sign with Bankstown City, so he'll join Pani Nikas. Constable plays Najar forward, back heel. Constable tried a shot, just didn't get enough behind it. And Vidakovic will take his time before distributing. The club's all-time leading goal scorers ended up scoring 20-30 goals a season in the last few years. So Najar's done a good job. He's already on 8 for the year. But definitely that threat. So Wanderers turn to push forward. The left winger, Abdulrahman, already has a goal. Sits out the while. Couldn't play it back to the distributor. Speranza making a run. The Wanderers will be back here again next week. They'll take on Sydney FC in the Academy Derby. Of course, Sydney FC not playing this week due to the A-League Grand Final. Their game with the SD Raiders postponed. For Rockdale, they're away next weekend against Marconi, so it doesn't get any easier. Dunzor delivers a dangerous ball in. Ball falls for Lual, 2-on-1. He's placed it out, back for Lual to make it 3. Great block from Kay. He needs support. Abdulrahman. And that time they couldn't keep it out. Satouts is the man. That front 3 has been deadly today. Lachlan Satouts with the goal, 3-0. And they're picking up where they left off in the second half, the Wanderers. Just caught out in transition. Lual has been so dangerous. As that link man, such a threat on goal. But today, it's been used as a foil. Rahman. Now Satout have goals. Don't forget Oscar Morrison, the header to get things started. Jerry Skotaris readying himself. Get on the field, as is Michael Marasevsky. Ollie Wigan making his way from the ground on the far side. And Lockie Constable. His afternoon is done too. So that's 3 substitutions now for Rockdale. As they chase the game. A man down. They won't stop fighting for the Western Sydney Wanderers. got 3 goals. Goal difference could be key in that battle for the top 6. Najjar receiving a nice pass. Ball crossed in. Morrison nudges it behind. It'll be a corner. So Rockdale again, despite the goal, looking to get back on the front foot. Shalakian, deep to the back post, couldn't be dealt with. Griffiths puts it in the back of the nets. And they've got one back, or appeared they did. But a foul, says the referee. So that one won't count. Score still 3-0. So a near miss for Rockdale. Dudakovic taking his time with that one. We have a goal in the match of the round over at Apia. It's to Marconi. So Marconi lead 1-0 on 65 minutes. So they'll temporarily jump to the top of the table if the result stays that way. Dangerous challenge. And the Wanderers. Goal scorer. Lachlan's it out. So Sydney Olympic desperately need the 3 points. Got a goal in the 21st minutes. And Wollongong have doubled their advantage against the St George Saints. So Wollongong appear to be going higher up on points. Rockdale, another opportunity. A late challenge, that's dangerous from Chalakian. And he's in the book for the yellow card. That was a challenge born out of frustration more than anything else. Marzal. Dudakovic pulled the ground with that long kick, but it ended up okay. Abdulrahman trying to keep it in on the touchline. Abdulrahman looking up, assessing his options. So the Wanderers have been doing well today. The distribution's been first class. And their ability to make runs in behind has been a feature. Sitinic. Now Julian Kopp. Marzal. Sitinic making a run. Wanderers just knocking it around, trying to break down his Rockdale defence. It's dropped further back. And now all but Ricky Frunson and the goalkeeper are over halfway. So 2-0. Still playing high. Rockdale will drop back slightly, but they may have found a chinky of the Wanderers. Kunimoto, good block from Satout, but it's a goal kick. Next week for Rockdale on the road to Marconi. Then they take on Blacktown City away, followed by the SD Raiders at home. So they won't be back here for a couple of weeks. Rockdale. Dunzo. Finds Chalakian. Krzyzewski involved in that interaction. Salakian hasn't stopped trying. There goes the skipper through midfield. Finds Adam. Adam's so quick and agile. And a goal kick. Last touch of him. Here comes a substitution for the Western Sydney Wanderers. It is Harper Riles, who's back onto the ground. Alat Abdulrahman making way. Standout performance from him. A goal and some very good work in that front three. He'll be very happy with how today went. Harper Riles, second leading goal scorer for the Wanderers. Could have already been in. Mazal. Sits out. Wanting to find Riles just over his head. Right there. That ball will beat him out of play. So for Rockdale, it'll be 2 losses on the bounce if the result continues to go this way. So just dipping in form as we cross the halfway point. Adam taking the ball forward for Rockdale. Mohammed Adam has a number of runners. Chalakian, one of them, sizing it out. Chalakian shoots it straight at Vidakovic. Safekeeping. Of course, the Wanderers coach, Luca Andriaccio. I'm sure he'll enjoy the clean sheet thus far. Make sure the goal doesn't get breached. That'll be the final priority for the Wanderers. With all this possession they're keeping, isn't too many threats. Cameron couldn't quite keep that one in. For Rockdale, midweek football to come. They take on Apia at Lambert Park in the Han Australia Cup. That'll be on Wednesday, May 27. So midweek football coming on top for Rockdale as they continue their quest to stay in knockout football. For the Western Sydney Wanderers, the A-League clubs enter in round 8, which is the one following this round. Chalakian tried to thread the needle. Midfield open for business. Mazal sits out, one touch. Budimoto intercepts. Riles. Sitinic plays Luau. Getting a good look, Luau. Right there. Couldn't quite get to the ball. Long ball from Danzo. Looking for Najar. Brings it down nicely, Najar. The defending good by Marzal to keep him out. Sits out. Sliding tackle from Dunzel. That was fine. Chalakian. Sits out. Looks up again. Wow, offering an option. Decides to go for Harper Riles. Riles on the ball, teething down, a goal! Spectacular from Harper Riles. Welcome back, and what a way to make a statement. That's 4 for the Wanderers. He's only been on for about 10 minutes. Harper Riles looked up, his 4th goal of the year, and I'm sure it's the pick of the bunch. He felt it, didn't hold back. 4 and they're searching for 5. Now the Wanderers. Very tough playing with 10 men in this league. But the Wanderers, at a young age, they want to show their ruthless business. Miles getting in front. Shalakian wants to take them all on himself. Skotaris. Speranza, now Cholakian. Cutting the ball inside, Skotaris trying to bend it. Hits the post. Griffiths, shape to shoot. And now it's the Wanderers coming forward once more. Stout. Neat ball through. Arate. The Wanderers, they're arriving in droves. I'm sure this isn't the performance Rockdale had in mind. They invited all their past players here. But they'll hold their heads up. We go around again next week, of course. Skotaris. Trying to get beyond Sitinic. Jersey grabs all round. Around the grounds, Wollongong 2-0 over St George FC. 10 minutes remaining. Georgios Speranza playing Najar, good turn. Chalakian into the box now, using those fleeting footwork. Najar, shot from Speranza, wanted a handball. Masevski tried to find Adam with the pass. Danzo gets in front. Men on for Georgios Speranza. Advantage play for the Wanderers. Looking forward, Riles. He scored the last one. Stout. Now Lawal, but he was offside. Flag went up before the shots. More substitutions for the Wanderers. Awan Lawal being substituted. Will be replaced by Oscar Moore. And Tristan Arate will be replaced by Johnny Pavlovic. Lawal, another good performance. Of course, no goals today, but so influential up front, along with Stout and also Abdurrahman. Safely in the clutches, Vidakovic. Franson. These young Wanderers, a lot of confidence, of course, during the A-League season. The team changes, of course, to suit the A-League team. So a lot of these players don't know week to week if they will be playing together, so they get combinations in those teams. But now the A-League season is over, so both these players within the Wanderers setup will get more continuity as we head into the second part of the season. You can already see some good combinations forming. ground. Christian are right there. Physio coming out to assess him. Next weekend, Rockdale taking on Marconi. Marconi closing in on the top of the table. If they can maintain their 1-0 victory or their 1-0 lead over Apia. Still 10 minutes remaining there. Sydney Olympic 1-0 over Blacktown City around 12 minutes time. And over in Wollongong, the Wolves lead 2-0 here with 12 minutes remaining. The Wanderers 4, lead Rockdale 0. 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second. A red card just shy of half-time to Hunter Elliott. Really made it tricky for Rockdale. Rockdale win the free kick. Love to get a goal to salvage something from this game. Feeling at the fins. A free kick for the Wanderers. Julian Kopp. Najar trying to ask Julian Kopp how physically possible that was. Rockdale frustration across the board. And for the Wanderers, if the result stays this way, they will be in the top 6 to end the round. So that'll be big for the Wanderers. Sets up a date with Sydney FC in the Academy Derby next weekend. That'll be here at the Ilinden Sports Centre. The Wanderers then take on Sydney United 58 at home, and then St George City at home. So back to Blacktown Football Park following the Academy Derby against Sydney FC. It's going to be a hot end to the season. Pressure on, the back pass wasn't convincing. Levi Kay had flashbacks from what Oscar Morrison did a couple of weeks ago against St George FC. Ran back quickly, didn't want to get caught off his line. Marzal miscommunication. Adam seizes on the opportunity, wanted to go long, but Franson gets himself in front. Moore plays Riles in, one-on-one with the keeper, unselfish, and there it is. Arate, that's 5, a 5-star performance. The route completes, and the Wanderers take a 5-0 lead as we come to the close of the game. Getting in a zone where the youngsters having joy with passes in behind. When they play back the tape, the Rockdale, a few questions that are asked in defence, I'm sure. Giorgio Speranza makes way. Iwan Gosowski also coming on. Arate with the goal. And is it Adam who's been substituted? Adam came on at half-time, and he hasn't lasted the rest of the game. Rockdale with 7 minutes remaining. Don't want to concede any more goals. Zitinich, Riles. He looks like a star of the future. Up the line, and Riles, no. Flag up for Johnny Pavlovic. Rockdale will remain in 5th position following this game. But their differential has taken a hit, the goal difference. -1 now, following these 5 goals that have been put past them. For the Wanderers, it's much the opposite. They go to +9 with their differential. Nice work from Marzal, able to keep that in. And there is a card, a yellow one, dished out to Jedis Kotaris. Lachlan Henderson, the man on the ground. Brunson plays long. Riles is down looking for Moore. Oscar Moore, that is. Kunimoto. Kopp making a nice run. Julian Kopp. The chest of Kunimoto. And that's a reckless challenge from Lachlan Henderson. A yellow card, a receipt for what he got just before. This game has had a lot of feeling in it. From the opening goal from Oscar Morrison. Griffiths. Osowski. Masevsky plays back. Danzo. Rockdale knocking it around. Trying to find a way through. Clean sheet almost achieved from the Wanderers. They don't want to concede here. Scotadis. Nice bending ball in. Funson wasn't great dealing with that one, but it didn't cost him. Be a throw for the visitors. Into the last 3 minutes of normal time. Danzo. Riles getting in front. Got him by the waist. It'll be a free kick. Isaac Danzo. Receives a yellow card. He goes into the book. delivered in. Wanted to find Jesse Cameron. Ball eventually cleared. Frunson. Ball drops. And once again at the feet of the Wanderers, Oscar Moore. So one more goal left in this game. Julian Kopp being one of the best on ground. Sitinic. Henderson drops the shoulder. Heading towards the box. Deflections and ricochets. Julian Kopp is possessed eventually. Clearance only as far as Sitinic. He shot ricochet too. Gasolski one-on-one with Lachlan Henderson. And a push in the back means the Wanderers get the free kick. Fourth official getting himself ready to provide the extra number of minutes in this game. Moody Najjar hasn't stopped running. The striker looking forward for options. Moody Najjar. Danzo. Kunimoto. Wanderers defending as a unit. Morrison. Concedes a corner. One of the last assignments for the Wanderers, if they are to achieve that clean sheet. Just as important as the 5 goals is the clean sheet. Skotanis delivers in. Punched away by Vidakovic. On the volley. Not going to get it done for Rockdale. Minutes of injury time. Judged by the fourth official. Kunimoto. Tough day at the office. Another dangerous pass. Griffiths. Pavlovic applying the pressure. Chalakian. He's dispossessed by Riles. Long throw. Najjar, flag stayed down, trying to turn his shoulder. Couldn't fire where it needed to go. All 4 games today in NPL New South Wales about to come to a close. Marconi leading 1-0 in injury time. So they will go to the top of the table. Have a date with Rockdale next weekend. Sydney Olympic 2-0 victory over Blacktown City. That's huge for Olympic. And the Wollongong Wolves 2-0. As Henderson tried to go for glory. But the name of the game today is the Wanderers 5-0. Red card for Rockdale. These youngsters have grown of age today. Game completes over in Wollongong 2-0. Wollongong defeating St George FC. Who themselves are struggling. Rockdale going to the well again. The back post could almost sneak it. But Frunson, centre back. Launches long for Pavlovic. High boot potentially, but Dunzo does enough. Gosowski. Ball cleared away by Sitinic. Been really good in that holding midfield role. Nice turn by Skotadis. Chalakian. Most of the masterminds on the ball. Look at that. Shalakian was blocked off it. The referee happy with the contact. It'll be a goal kick. Not a bad way to be a caretaker coach. If you look at Andriaccio, a 5-0 victory away from home for the Wanderers. A big victory puts them into the top 6 at the end of the rounds. 5-0. They played with a one-man advantage for all of the second half. But a 5-star performance from the men in red and black. Not Rockdale or Western Sydney Wanderers today. The youngsters coming of age and doing a job on Rockdale, who of course are still in the top 6, but need to find answers. Next week, Rockdale take on top of the table Marconi away from home, while the Western Sydney Wanderers bounce and back here next weekend against Sydney FC. 5 goals for them. Fantastic performance. Oscar Morrison, the first goal in the 3rd minute, and then Alat Abdul Rahman scored the second goal right on half-time, and then 3 goals after the break, capped off by Satouts, and then Riles getting involved. The Wanderers a 5-star performance to put them into the top 6. I'm Tony Sono. Thank you for joining our coverage here on the NPL New South Wales YouTube channel. Join us next time for NPL New South Wales men's action.
Thanks to all the old boys and legends who came out today. Part of our old boys day. Really appreciate you coming. Great to see some old faces around the place back again. Thanks everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this afternoon. Unfortunately, it wasn't daily. Thanks everyone.